What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this, pretty all right Sunday morning? How's everybody doing out here today? We got the Arizona Cardinals almost going to be playing in about less than 40 minutes away before the Arizona Cardinals Week 8 takes on the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely super excited about the opportunity to see an Arizona Cardinal game once again. Obviously, with Thursday Night Football, it caused more than the regular 7-day week before we watch another Arizona Cardinal game. But I'm excited, right? We're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals. Come one, come all. We are here, and I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to go ahead and just give a huge shout out to everybody that's currently in the chat right now. We got Evan, we got Droppings, Carter, Lennon, David P, Nathaniel. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys for being here, A. And then B, if you guys can do me one huge favor, let me know what your guys' predictions is or your level of confidence in the Arizona Cardinals going into this week's game. Let me know in the comments here below. If you guys haven't done so already, do me a huge favor. Smack the like button on this video. Helps the channel grow out tremendously. Trust me, we're on the road to 10K, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe last time we looked, we were like 3 subscribers away from 10K. Absolutely crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe. We're on the road to 10K. I can't do it with you guys. We can probably do it in this live stream, so definitely subscribe it up if this is your first time here. If you haven't followed me on all my social platforms, everything is in the description of this video, as well as the handles will be down here. So definitely do that. And let's get started on this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We got a fun-filled show for you guys today. We're talking everything Arizona Cardinals. Now, most importantly here, I want to go ahead and get to the injury report because we just got a huge bombshell this morning for the Arizona Cardinals that our starting left tackle DJ Humphries will not be playing in today's game. And I don't know about you guys, but that right there kind of gives me a little level of, ooh, this doesn't feel good, right? This doesn't feel good. Now, let's take a look at the entirety of the injury report for the Arizona Cardinals. It's absolutely crazy to see it, right? Because the Arizona Cardinals has an injury report like this. And then the Vikings has an injury report like this. So it's really crazy to see it, but this has been the trend that we've been seeing all year long for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's dive right into it. Who's going to be available for the Cardinals and who is not going to be available? So let's dive right into it, right? Max Garcia is already listed as out. We can care less. We don't really talk about him very much. Dennis Gardeck is listed as out as ready. Dennis Gardeck has listed as out as well. Now, keep in mind that Dennis Gardeck being out gives the opportunity to Victor Dimukeje, gives the opportunity to Majay Sanders, also gives the opportunity over to Cam Thomas as well. So, kind of a little light at the end of the tunnel there. Obviously, Rodney Hudson's been going through a lot of injuries pertaining to him just not being on the field for the Arizona Cardinals. He is listed as out. We also have Christian Matthew listed as out, and then James Conner. So if you guys don't know, James Conner has been missing a lot of games for the Arizona Cardinals, and he is also out for this game. Now, the big bombshell here for the Arizona Cardinals is that DJ Humphries is also listed as out, and that was something that just happened this morning. So if you guys do not know, breaking news for you guys is that DJ Humphries will not be available to play on the offensive line for the Arizona Cardinals. Instead, it's going to be our third year, I guess you would say backup, right? Swing guy, a guy that's going to be hopefully available for the Arizona Cardinals and hopefully sturdy, and that's going to be Josh Jones is going to take place for DJ Humphries. We do got a super chat here coming up clutch. We got Mike A coming up clutch. Appreciate you for the super chat, Mike. He says, good morning, Mike. I'm not very confident, but who knows? A win today in the early cold game would be momentous. I agree. I 100% agree. I think that everybody in this chat here also fully aware that this is a must win for the Arizona Cardinals, right? And I do feel like it's been our backs against the wall for this entirety of this year, right? We come off a 11-win season for the Arizona Cardinals, and now we're starting off the season 3-4, which if we do win this game, you're 100% right? All the narratives will change. A lot of different stuff will happen for the Arizona Cardinals pertaining to, hey, maybe the West is going to be completely open, right? Because the NFC, with the exception of the NFC East, like it's still pretty not great football, right? Like I'm just quoting Tom Brady here, but you're 100% right. A win in this game will just open up a lot of doors for the Arizona Cardinals, and that's something that we're really looking forward to. So I appreciate the super chat, Mike. Thanks a lot. Always a great guy to have in our comments. Appreciate you. But yeah, let's continue to talk about the injuries here, right? DJ Humphries not playing. Instead is going to be Josh Jones is huge, right? It's definitely going to be huge for the Arizona Cardinals. Granted, yes, he does have, some, penalty calls always, not always, but getting called on him, but not having two starting pieces, or I'm sorry, three starting pieces now, right? Because Pugh is not going to be there. DJ Humphries is not going to be there, as well as Rodney Hudson's not going to be there. Oh my goodness, dang, we're missing a lot more starting pieces than we all would have wanted, right? Oh, that's absolutely terrible, ladies and gentlemen. But that's kind of the hand that we've been dealt here for this young 2022 season so far. But we're getting close to the middle part of this 2022 season, so we're not going to be calling it this young season. And it's honestly must win for the Arizona Cardinals overall and all around. So definitely not a good look for the Arizona Cardinals, being that our injury report is so darn huge. Now for the Minnesota Vikings, they have Jalen Nailor, wide receiver, and then Jonathan Bullard. But none of them are listed as out. That team seems to be pretty healthy for the most part. So I guess kudos to them for retaining and remaining to be healthy. But the Arizona Cardinals are the complete opposite in terms of what we're seeing for, this 2022 season so far. Now, let me do a quick big announcement before we continue to talk about this Arizona Cardinal, pregame show here. Now, definitely go ahead and, continue to get involved in the chat here below. The best way for you to get your comment pinned is what Mike A did a little earlier. Super chatting helps the channel grow out tremendously. So just FYI. Now, one other thing I want to mention here as well, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are doing I created a brand new membership. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm taking this AZ Sports Fan YouTube channel and I'm trying to make this a lot bigger than it actually is at this very moment. So we created a new membership here on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Now, if you don't know what a membership is, basically you pay like a $2, $3, $14, depending on what you want. It's like a monthly kind of subscription to kind of help the channel grow. We did create a brand new membership. It's called For the Culture. If you guys are interested in doing that, it's like a $2, I believe it's like $2 for the month. But if you want, this is basically how you do it. Let me share my screen here real quick and I can kind of show you how it is, you're able to join if you want. Because a lot of people kind of asking me things like, hey, why aren't you selling your shirts? Hey, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? But I mean, in truth, reality, I mean, we are. It's just the description has a lot of things here that you can go ahead and I guess, I don't know. It gives you a lot of information on the description, but here it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you look on my YouTube channel here, now this is on the desktop view, you're going to see this join button right here. If you click on this join button, there's going to be a button right here called For the Culture. Now, right now it is at a 99 cents per month as opposed to the $1.99. So you can actually do this for the month if you are interested. Now, if you do become obviously a part of the channel members, you get like emojis that you can use and all that different stuff. Right now, the perks are kind of, very minimal until we can get this channel to the level that we need it to be at. But so just FYI, there's a new membership called For the Culture. And you can just go ahead and it's for $2 for the month. So if you are interested, if not, no worries. Let's continue. We do got another super chat here coming in from Carter. He says, this game depends on Cliff Kingsbury's play calling. He can't be calling these streak routes on third and fourth downs. Kyler needs to run the ball a lot this game. I 100% agree with you, Carter. This game is going to come down to either play calling. It's going to come down to Kyler Murray running the ball. It's going to come down to, can we get Benjamin going? This game's going to come down to, can we get any of the wide receivers going that is not DeAndre Hopkins? That's what this game's going to come down to. I want to see an offense like we saw versus the Saints, right? Now, I know how a lot of people kind of coming back and forth saying, oh, we wouldn't have won that game, if not for the defense. But that's the thing, right? Like, it's situational football, right? If the offense isn't having a good game, the defense is going to back you up. If the defense isn't having a good game, the offense is going to back you up. So what I saw in the Saints game, although yes, it is just the Saints, but in the grand scheme of things, ladies and gentlemen, like that's what football is, right? You win some, you lose some, and it really just kind of depends on who shows up on that Sunday for you. So I agree. This game's going to come down to a lot of the nitty-gritties, right? A lot of the little things that a lot of people don't focus on, right? Perfect football. This also is going to depend on perfect football. Now, granted, yes, we are going to have Josh Jones coming in place for DJ Humphries, because DJ Humphries is not going to be playing this game. I don't know if you guys know, but breaking news, DJ Humphries has already been listed as out, and we are not going to see our starting left tackle in this game, which is definitely not a good thing. We're already missing 3 starting pieces on this, offensive line, and we're kind of we're kind of having a crazy carousel right now as we speak for our offensive line. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? Injuries happen. It's a part of football. So we just kind of have to adapt to it. Now, some things that we obviously need to see. We have seen some big storylines coming into this game. And that is obviously Patrick Peterson has predicted that he's going to get 2 interceptions on Kyler Murray in this Arizona Cardinal offense. Now, granted, I hope that doesn't happen, right? Because I don't believe that the Arizona Cardinals, like at least as of right now, we haven't quite 100% seen it, but I feel like when our backs are against the wall, it's really hard for us to look at adversity in the face and just punch it right in the face, right? It's really hard for this Arizona Cardinal team to do that. We need to play perfect football, right? Penalty-free football. That's what we need to play today. We need to get our other wide receivers going, right? I want to see Robbie Anderson have a very good game. Like, I want to see Rondale Moore, Greg Dortch. I want to see our run game going. Like, that's what I want to see. My still concerns going into this game is Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson. Those are my 2 big concerns coming into this game for that offense on the other side, right? For the Vikings. Dalvin Cook is going to run the ball down your throat. I almost promise you Dalvin Cook is going to make somebody look silly in this game. That's what's going to happen. I trust our defense, and I think our defense will do good. But I also don't think our defense is going to be able to shut that offense down. You know what I mean? Our defense will do enough for our offense to do what they need to do. Like, that's what our defense is, right? That's what it's built for. They can do enough in order for us to get, our offense going. But that's the thing. Our offense needs to get going, and they need to get going quick. So if we start off with the ball, we need to put points up on the board. 3 points, 7 points, whatever it is. We need to put points up. The days of starting slow needs to be over now. It needs to be over. We've had 10 days to prepare, right? We had 10 days to prepare for the Vikings. 10. So this needs to be start fast. This needs to be, our offense needs to gel like we haven't seen it gel for a long time, because this is an opportunity for the Arizona Cardinals to elevate, right? This is the opportunity for the Arizona Cardinals to not be seen as the bottom feeders. That's what this is. This is what the opportunity is. Because if you ask anybody else that's not a Cardinal fan, ladies and gentlemen, they have the Vikings winning this game. If you ask anybody outside this fan base, the Cardinals don't have a chance in this game. Any fan base, right? You look at the Cardinals versus Vikings. They look at the records. They look at the struggles that the Arizona Cardinals has had. And they're saying, no, Cardinals don't have a chance. The Vikings are going to blow them out. Now, we're hopeful, right? Cardinal fans, we're hopeful. We've seen flashes in, any given Sunday. We know what we can be. We just need to put it on the field. The days of, let's start off slow. And I know it's not like something where they're like, we're going to start off slow. Like, that's stupid, right? Obviously, they're not trying to start off slow. But you guys are getting paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to make it work. So make it work. This is it. This is week 8. We're sitting at week 8 right now. Next week is the halfway point of the NFL season. And to tell me that we still are starting off slow and when we want to be a playoff team, come on, let's get this going. This is where it needs to happen, right here for the Arizona Cardinals. It's put up or shut up right here, because everybody out there that is not Bird Gang has no faith in this Arizona Cardinal team but us, right? All 75 people in here right now, they have the faith. We have the faith. We know what we can become. It's just, can we put it on the field? We have the talent. We do. I can put Byron Murphy on Justin Jefferson, and I'm confident. I don't think he's going to shut him down, but I do believe he's going to hold him to an ability where we're like, hey, I think we'll be all right. So we just need to put it on the field. I think that's the number one thing out there. There's nobody out there that's going to look at our roster and say we don't have a good roster, because we do. We have a good roster. This is it. This is the opportunity for the Arizona Cardinals to come out and get it done. So those are my 2 big things that I'm a little worried about, right? When I look at the Vikings, Justin Jefferson, as well as I'm worried about Dalvin Cook. Because if it's not Justin Jefferson, I promise you, Dalvin Cook is going to be able to eat. He's going to make somebody look silly. I promise you, he's going to make somebody look silly. So we need to get this going, y'all. We need to get this going 100%. We got my guy Kenny up in the chat here. Says, smack the like button. Absolutely. You guys haven't done it already. Do me that huge favor. Smack the like button up. Let's get to the 50 mark if we haven't got there already. So smack it up, y'all. Appreciate you. Yeah, let's continue. We have way too much talent to look as bad as we do. I 100% agree. 100% agree. Now we are going to see some people, coming in and out of this offensive line. We might see Cody Ford, right? Might see Billy Price in place of Rodney Hudson. I know it's not ideal, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's not ideal, right? It's not ideal, but it's what teams have to go through. It's what teams go through every single year. And if we don't prepare for it, this is the level of, I guess, where I come in, right? Where I'm like, oh my God, we need to prepare. We need to do this. We need to do that. And a lot of people are like, oh, we got a starting line. You never know. Injuries are a B. They're an absolute backbreaker. They are. It's just, do we have the depth, right? Do we have the depth to sustain over them? Now, I want to do a real quick thing here, real quick. I did post a poll on my YouTube channel, so I appreciate everybody for participating on the poll. But this is basically what everybody, or I guess most Cardinal fans, are feeling. I had over 1K people responding to this, so I appreciate everybody who was involved in this poll that I put on my community tab. I said, let's be honest, fam. How do you feel about the 2022 Arizona Cardinals so far? And then we had everybody voting, right? These are our 4 options. We had yes, clean house, 8%. We have 70% says, I am trying to be hopeful, but it's hard. We have 17% says we're making the biggest comeback. And then 4% says we're a playoff or we're a Super Bowl team. So truthfully, I think most of the fan base is at that 70%, right? We want to be hopeful. We want this team to win. We absolutely do want this team to win. It's just, we don't understand what the disconnect is. Like, what's the disconnect here between what we have on this roster? Because we got talent. We got talent on this roster. We absolutely do. Why is it not translating? I mean, that's kind of the biggest thing that we have, that we have going against us right now, right? It's just, we're not quite understanding what's going on because we got the talent on the roster. We absolutely do. But everybody's kind of feeling the same thing right now, right? Everybody's feeling the same thing right now. Trying to be hopeful, but it's absolutely hard. Trying to be hopeful, but it's hard. And I'm right there with you as well. I'm right there with you. I did see somebody in the comments say Adam Thielen. I am worried about Adam Thielen as well, but their number one person isn't Adam Thielen. Now, granted, yes, if you take away Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen's going to be the guy having the game, right? Adam Thielen as well as KJ Osborne. So I'm right there with you, but I guess my 2 biggest X factors for them has to be Justin Jefferson as well as Dalvin Cook. But you're right. Adam Thielen's a playmaker, right? KJ Osborne, I feel like we don't hear him anytime unless he plays with the Cardinals. So those are some definitely players that we need to look out for sure. This is going to be a game that we need to kind of put up or shut up. This is week 8. This is week 8 already. There's no more excuses at this moment. No more excuses. Let me get to my guy, Mike A. He says, man, if K1 had the level of confidence that some of these young studs like Josh Allen, he'd be unstoppable. How can he be confident with no line? He needs a coach capable of developing, not a buddy. That's a fair take, Mike A. That's a fair take. That's a fair take. See, my thought is this, right? Take away what Cliff Kingsbury is getting paid, right? Take it away. You are one of 32 head coaches. One of 32 head coaches in the NFL. So that tells me that you should have the ability to adjust. That tells me that you should have the ability to be the guru, right? The guru that you were hired on for. That's what it tells me, right? You're one of 32 head coaches. 2 things to talk about Cliff Kingsbury. A, I hope he gets this right. I really do. Because I don't want to start over. I don't. But why can't we get an offense going without DeAndre Hopkins? Why? Right? And if DeAndre Hopkins was on the field, then our offense starts gelling, then a guru Cliff Kingsbury isn't. Because I would say no. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is the guru then. And why are we having him in this position? On the other side of the coin, when we're noticing that we have injuries, right? Big injuries to our line, why not change the game plan? Quick throws. Running heavier, right? getting a different formation. I get the fact that we have, some coaches that are so gung-ho on their scheme, so gung-ho on their system, right? That's what they're hired on, for their system, for the scheme. But we need to have a head coach that's able to adjust to what we have, like the personnel that we have. If I notice that I have 3 pieces missing coming into week 8, right? 3 pieces missing coming into week 8, change it up. Be more run heavy. Get Kyler Murray more involved in the run. Put in bootlegs. Why are we not seeing any bootlegs in this offense? And I know people said, well, Kyler Murray can't see over the line, right? But that's the thing. If you're repping it, if you're doing it on a consistent basis and putting it in your offense, I mean, it's all scripted. Kyler Murray will be fine. And that's kind of the situation that we're running into right now. It's just that we don't have a coach that's able to adapt, a coach that's able to get that comfortability of being, hey, let's get this going, right? Because our offense solely runs through DeAndre Hopkins. That's what it feels like. Our offense solely runs through DeAndre Hopkins. And if he can't get going, then we're a disaster. And that's not a good look for the Arizona Cardinals. Let me tell you that right now, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good look. I want him to succeed. I want Cliff Kingsbury to succeed. I know a lot of people don't think I do, and that's fine. That's your opinion. I don't want to do another rebuild. But if we have to get that Super Bowl, shoot. I hope Michael Bidwell can make those tough choices. I really do. I really, really do. Now, let's do a quick update here real quick. I know the Broncos were playing a little earlier. Let's take a look to see who won. So, actually, the Broncos ended up winning. I did hear some rumors, ladies and gentlemen, just to kind of quick, plug here real quick. We did have a Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars playing in the earlier slot in London. Now, the Broncos did end up winning. They're 21-17 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, there was rumors saying that if the Broncos lost, they might be sellers. The Broncos won. So now I'm very curious to figure out what state is going to be that Broncos team. Like, what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen there? Interesting. All right, let's continue on this Cardinal talk, ladies and gentlemen. We do got some people asking about players in terms of injury report. Let me do a real quick recap right now. We got Dennis Gardeck out. We got Max Garcia out. Rodney Hudson out. Christian Matthew out. DJ Humphries out. And James Conner is also listed as out as well. So just FYI, if you guys didn't hear it before, let me recap it again. We do have players that are out for the Arizona Cardinals. Our injury report is like this, and the Vikings injury report is like this. So people that are out for the Arizona Cardinals: Max Garcia, Dennis Gardeck, Rodney Hudson, DJ Humphries, Christian Matthew, and James Conner would all be listed as out for the Arizona Cardinals. So if you didn't know, now you know. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Arizona Cardinals. It is. But this is what the NFL is, right? They're a 5-1 team. They got a rookie head coach over there. And they're making moves. What's his name? Kevin O'Connell, right? Is that the guy, Kevin O'Connell, that's going to be the head coach for the or that is the head coach for the Vikings? He's in his first year right now, and he has his team 5-1. 5-1. He's got his team. Arizona Cardinals going into year 4, we're 3-4 because we can't get an offense going without DeAndre Hopkins. What the heck? We can't get an offense going without DeAndre Hopkins in year 4. That's the level of frustration, right? That's the level of frustration that we're getting from a lot of Cardinal fans in terms of just being like, what the heck is going on, man? It's absolutely nuts. Let's take it to the comments here, ladies and gentlemen. We have 92 people in here right now. If you guys haven't already smacked the like button, definitely smack that like button. I'm still excited about this game. Any chance I can get the Arizona Cardinals to play on a Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, I'm game for, man. I'm still excited. If we lose, obviously you'll be getting a lot of angry videos coming up. We do got the post-game reaction coming right after this game, and then 7:30 p.m. tonight, we are doing our post-game show of this game as well. So just FYI. Let's continue to talk about Arizona Cardinals versus Vikings. The Vikings have a really good offense, right? Throwing the ball. Kirk Cousins, I'm curious to figure out what type of game he's going to have. I do see that we have some Vikings fans in the chat. Appreciate you for being here, by the way. Um, Justin Jefferson. Sheesh. All right. We already got people some talking smack up in this chat. All right. You think AJ Green will be dealt? I hope he will be dealt. I really do. Even if it's a 2024 round pick, I hope he does. There's no room for AJ. And it's going to get even worse when Hollywood Brown comes back. And I know that's in 5 weeks from now. I get it. It's going to be a while from now. But right now, our wide receiving core is DeAndre Hopkins, Robbie Anderson, Greg Dortch, or Rondale Moore, just really depending on what Cliff Kingsbury wants. It's crowded right now. And then we got Zach Ertz up in the middle as a tight end position. We got too much people. AJ Green should get dealt. He should get dealt. If Steve Keim's waiting for this perfect package, you're probably not going to get it. AJ Green has not done anything this year. He has less than 100 yards receiving going into week 8. Less than 100 yards receiving. Deal him. Trade him out. Even if you get a 7th rounder, 6th rounder, I'll take it. Deal him out. There's no reason for him to be here. I don't think he wants to be here. I don't think he wants to be here. So let's get the people on the field that want to be here, right? Greg Dortch wants to be great. You can tell Greg Dortch wants to be great. Rondale Moore has had flashes here and there. Robbie Anderson, we know what he can do, right? We haven't seen it translate on the Cardinals yet, but we know what Robbie Anderson can become. The big deep threat with the big body. And we know what DeAndre Hopkins is. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. I'm excited. Let's keep reading into the comments here. Appreciate you guys for being here, by the way. Straight up Max Garcia for KD. There you go. Love it. Love it. Let's see what Max, what's up, Mike? He says, seems like trust isn't there for the players. If they stink so bad with Hop and uncourt more efficient plays when Hop is in, are they even practicing at a high level? I mean, well, that's a great question, right? And if I was in the media, I would be asking more of those questions, right? Why is it that our offense can only get going when DeAndre Hopkins is on the field? And I get it, right? A lot of people say things like, oh, if you know football, then DeAndre Hopkins gets a lot of attention. And he does. DeAndre Hopkins does get a lot of attention. And that's one of the great parts about having a number 1 wide receiver. But if you're a head coach, your expectation, your job is to make sure our offense can get going, maybe not blowing people out, right? I'm not asking for an offense that's going to be gelling like the Kansas City Chiefs. No, I just want to win games. That's your job as a head coach, to figure it out. We're a 3-win team right now. If you think that's figuring out, then okay, I guess. But I agree with you. I don't know. We got AZ saying 1 Hopkins, 2 Robbie, 3 Moore, and then 4 Dortch. I do believe that is going to be the way that they're going to be coming out here. I would rather switch your 4 and 3 personally. I like what Greg Dortch has done a lot more, but we'll see. We did see somebody saying is Anderson playing full reps. I only hope he's going to. He's had a week or a little over a week of practice with the Cardinals. I think he will personally, but I mean, it's not 100% guaranteed until what we see on the field. So just keep in mind, it's just the way that the game is played, right? If this isn't working, then you like to switch it to this or that type of thing. So he can very well get maybe at least 85, maybe 75, but I think the hope is to us phasing out AJ Green. At least I hope. We have somebody saying Trey McBride was an awful pick when we had so many holes on this team. I mean, we never see our high round picks until the year after. So it's really hard to say a bad pick because Zaven Collins is looking pretty good. Now, I'm not going to call him a superstar. I'm not going to call him a great player, but I think he's been very, very good for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Isaiah Simmons has gotten a lot of bumps along the road, but he's turning the corner, which is pretty exciting to see. Trey McBride seems to be the guy that's going to be following right in the same footsteps as this Arizona Cardinal organization has done so far to these young prospects coming in. It's just, they're not getting a lot of time, not getting a lot of reps because why would you get a tight end very high when you have Ertz? Like, it's crazy to me. Like, it makes no sense. But I mean, if it works out, it works out, but it's not going to work out to like 2 or 3 years, like 1 or 2 years down the road from now, if that makes sense. So I don't want to call him a bad pick right now. It's just a guy that's not producing for the Cardinals. And it sucks. It does suck. We have somebody saying Trey's not an awful pick, just not you. But that's the thing, right? Like, how many years have we been talking about that? AZ, right? We've been that every card, we say that every single year. Every single year. They're not being used properly. Every year we say it. There's one player that we're talking about that's not being used properly every single year. Why? Why? Why aren't they being used properly? Coaches? We don't have room for them? It's a constant trend for the Arizona Cardinals with the same thing over and over again. We got to get better. Every single year we say the same darn thing. And I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're not wrong. You're right. They're not being used properly. But that also goes to coaching, right? Goes to, why aren't you using them? Steve Keim, why aren't you talking to your coaches and saying, what do you guys need? What do you guys want? The evaluation of Steve Keim is nil. It's not good. Steve Keim should be talking to Cliff. Steve Keim should be talking to Vance and saying, what do you guys need? What do you guys want? What do you want me to get for you guys? That's what I need. I need them all to be in one boat and going in one direction. That's what I need from this leadership. And right now we're not seeing that. I'm right there with you. I don't like the Cliff situation. I don't. We got to ride with them though, right? We got to ride with them until this gets going, but we'll see. We'll see. Every year, same things. Every single, as long as I've been doing this podcast, every year is the exact same thing for the Arizona Cardinals. We're not using them properly. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. But this game is telling, ladies and gentlemen. This game is really telling. This is going to be, are the Arizona Cardinals going to be a contending team or not? Because I've also mentioned to the fact of this Arizona Cardinal team, after this, either if we win this game, woo, let's go. We're back at it again, right? We're back. If we win this game. If we don't win this game, flipping tables, anger, a lot of frustration is going to be held. But we'll see. Right now we're sitting with 6 minutes, 5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Let's get to the prediction spot. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's get to predictions. How do you feel like this game is going to turn out for the Arizona Cardinals? Put your predictions on the comments here below, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in the live chat, put it on the chat here and let me know what you guys are feeling. Prediction time. Do you think we're going to win? Do you think we're going to lose? If you want to get your comment pinned, throw a super chat in there. It gets nice, beautiful colors up in here right now. It helps the channel grow out tremendously. But if you don't, no worries. Just continue in the comments here. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in this game. Now, while I wait for you guys to do that, I'm going to let you know my prediction. I think the Arizona Cardinals can win. I do. I truly do think on paper we have a team that's going to be very competitive with any team in the NFL. Call me a homer. That's fine. I think the Arizona Cardinals can squeak off a win. I do think we can. I don't think we're going to blow out the Vikings. They're a good team. But I do think that the Arizona Cardinals can squeak out a win. I'm going 27-24 Arizona Cardinals win. And if there's Viking fans up in here right now, they're probably like, oh my God, this guy's as homeless as they come. Yeah, probably. But I need to have faith. Need to have faith that this Arizona Cardinal team can come out with the win here. I'm saying 27-24 Arizona Cardinals win with a Blankenship kick, not a Matt Prater kick, although they're both active for some odd reason. I say with the Blankenship kick, the Arizona Cardinals win this game 27-24. Let's get into the chat here. We got people saying 31-21 Vikings from a Cardinal fan, 21-24 Cardinals winning. We got 34-24 Cards. Eric says, I think it's 50-50. Gustavo says 32-27. I'm feeling 30-20 Cardinals. 34-28 Birds. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to leave you right here. because this game's going to start up here in about 2 or 3 minutes, and I want to make sure I'm here for the kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. You will be seeing a lot more of me today. I will be doing a post-game show today at 7:30 p.m. AZ time, and right after this game, you will be getting a post-game reaction. So post-game reaction coming up soon, as well as the post-game show at 7:30 p.m. today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck, Cardinals. We need this win. Fire emoji, fist bump in the chat below, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cards.